Chris, what is our fourth and final main topic today?
Last one is coming from Frank G. John, Bryce Dallas Howard needs to direct a Star Wars movie. I know you'll say she's not experienced enough, but when you watch the episodes Sanctuary and The Heiress in The Mandalorian and the most recent episode of Boba Fett, you'll see she not only totally gets Star Wars, but knows how to make it feel like Star Wars and a great story at the same time. Do you think she's earned a shot at live action movies?
All right. Thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And listen, if you had asked me 2.5 years ago, do I think Bryce Dallas Howard, I mean, for those of you who don't know, she is Hollywood royalty. She is the daughter of Ron Howard. Thank you, Backdraft. I mean,
Night Shift.
On and on. Ron Howard's made some damn good films, man. And then he made that Row Your Boat Chasing the Whale one with Chris Hemsworth. But at any rate, so you got Bryce Dallas Howard. Of course, she's most known as an actress, being in the Jurassic World and all that kind of stuff. And I would have said 2.5 years ago, well, no, you cannot give her a Star Wars movie to direct because she has no experience. She hasn't done anything. But then she did exactly what should happen. She went and got some experience. She did it on a smaller scale. Now, it was still Star Wars, but it was a small episodic thing under the watchful eye of a guy like Jon Favreau, with story kind of supervision being given there by Dave Filoni, who knows Star Wars canon as good as anybody in the world. But she stepped in there and she did this episode called Sanctuary. And it was one of my favorite episodes of that season. It wasn't my number one favorite episode, but it was one of my favorite episodes of the season. Between that, the one Deborah Chow did, and then the one Taika Waititi did. But she really showed that, because look, the television shows are different from movies. In movies, the director has all the power. In television show, it's really the writers and the showrunners. You can't make a decision on your episode that you're doing that is going to alter the destiny and alter the path that the story is going that's going to be happening in the episodes that come after you. There's only so much way you can do. But what you can do as a director is you take that dialogue, you take the scenes that need to happen, and you bring it to life. And we have seen, even just in these Star Wars shows, that there is a fundamental difference between a director who does know how to breathe life into it and a director who doesn't. We won't name names here, but we've seen the difference. And when you saw Sanctuary, it was like, first of all, just the whole thing about Mando, like starting to have like a romantic feelings about something. We've never seen that before. That could have gone really cheesy, but they didn't. And then they created this great self-contained story, and you felt the horror of the villagers and the band of pirates coming. It was some classic Hollywood tropes, but she made it work great. And then we found out it wasn't a fluke, because then she did The Heiress, and she was responsible for introducing us to Bo-Katan. And again, the scripts are written, storyboarded out, but you got to breathe life into that, man. And we saw a couple episodes of Mandalorian season 2 that maybe didn't have so much life breathed in them, but she breathed life into it and she did a bang up job. Now we fast forward again. And we've got a Book of Boba Fett that through 4 episodes, I liked 2 of them. I didn't like 2 of them. Overall, I'm feeling kind of underwhelmed with Book of Boba Fett. And then boom, in comes the Return of the Mandalorian episode. Episode 5, The Return of the Mandalorian. Now, the uninitiated can say, well, anybody could have directed that because Mando comes back. Anybody could have done a good job with that. Really? You know how many times we've heard that? You know how many times there have been amazing episodes of television or amazing movie premises come out? They're like, well, anybody could have directed that. And it's like, well, no, it turns out that maybe that's not true. And the one scene I come down to, we talked about this the other day, guys, with this episode 5, was that scene when Mando is just getting on the plane, getting on the transport, and he's stopped by security, by the TSA. They got turn in your weapons. And that easily could have been a profoundly ridiculous scene. We go back to Boba Fett in his palace, who was Bib Fortuna's at the time, chasing a little robot around the kitchen, picking up the robot by the neck, going, I am Boba Fett. Like, that is a scene that's what that TSA scene could have been. But Bryce Dallas Howard built tension, built an emotional element to it, and it had the simple act of checking your goods in the box had us on the edge of our seats going, oh my God, he's putting the Darksaber in there, oh my God. Like, and that's just an example of what she did in the rest of this series. You ask me, do I think Bryce Dallas Howard is too inexperienced to do a Star Wars movie? 2.5 years ago, yes. Today, hell no, she's not too inexperienced. She's got experience. And she's not only done that, she's shown she can do it, and she's shown she's improved every step of the way. She knows how to take a setting and not just tell a fanboy story. She knows how to build heart into scenes. She knows how to grip you with tension regardless of what's going on. She doesn't need explosions going off to make you feel excitement and get your heart pounding. Should Bryce Dallas Howard direct a Star Wars movie? Hell yes. Now listen, you know me. I'm one of these guys that like, hey, X director and X role, as long as it's a talented director, all that kind of stuff. I still feel that way, but she's on that list now. She is on that list. And so again, you asked me, should she direct one? The answer is hell yes. She absolutely should. She's shown she's got what it takes. And what movie should it be? Well, in an ideal world, it'd be Solo 2. She would do the Ivan Reitman to Jason Reitman handing off of the baton of Ghostbusters thing. She would take her dad's film Solo, and she would take that baton from her dad, and she would do a Solo 2. That ain't gonna happen, because that movie lost millions and millions of dollars at the box office, untold fortunes, so it's not gonna be that. So I don't even care which movie she does, but she can do it. We want to take a minute and thank the sponsors of this video, Liquid IV. Now listen, just one stick of Liquid IV added to 16 ounces of water will hydrate you faster and more efficiently than just water alone. It contains 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, B12, and of course vitamin C, with 3 times the electrolytes as traditional sports drinks. And what makes Liquid IV so effective is the science of cellular transport technology, or CTT. You see, it's designed to enhance rapid absorption of water and other key ingredients into your bloodstream faster and more efficiently. It tastes great, and it's a great thing to take when you feel run down, you need your daily hydration boost, or even a little bit of hangover recovery. You know, Ann and I get up pretty early in the morning to go to the gym because we can't go to the gym at any other time during the day. And for the last couple of weeks, I have been drinking 1 full glass of water with Liquid IV, and all I can tell you is you can feel the difference during the workout. So go and grab Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code CAMPEA, that's CAMPEA, at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today when you go to liquidiv.com, and remember, use the promo code at checkout, CAMPEA. Rob, you've had a chance to see all the 3 episodes that she's done. You had a chance to see the return of the Mandalorian. Do you think she has shown us enough to justify Lucasfilm going, you got what it takes, here's a project for you to do? What do you think?
100%. You know, like, I mean, not only that, but she can consult with her father, you know, if you give her, and by the way, as far as Solo 2 goes, I mean, again, I go back to, how do you make a Solo 2? You get Harrison Ford to come back, and you have Alden Ehrenreich, yep. And you Godfather 2 that whole thing. And you show,
I love it. You Godfather to it.
You juxtapose the 2 different time periods, and you show, why did Han Solo leave Leia? Why did he and Chewie take off? How did the Millennium Falcon disappear? And you deal with that interim period between the end of Return of the Jedi and the beginning of Force Awakens. You make that movie, and she should direct it.
Chris, you have a chance to watch these episodes, whatever. Look, is Bryce Dallas Howard, we still think of her as the actress, but has she shown you enough that you would be excited for her taking it on? And if so, what has she shown you that makes you think she can take on a movie?
She absolutely has shown me she can do this. That's why I paused so awkwardly reading the question, because I made a face after she's not experienced enough. I was like, forgot that this was an audio forum for a moment. I think she's incredible. The way that she just really, really, like you were saying, builds that tension, really grounds you emotionally in a scene. She is just doing really beautiful work that doesn't need a lot of the like bangs and whistles, you know? You don't need to have like really big explosions like you were saying. You don't need to have all these things for her to still create a wonderful story. The Heiress is such a good episode.
So good.
Oh, it's so incredible. Right now, though, I just want to give Rob a bunch of money and be like, yeah, go make that movie, please. Like, the whole time I was like, yeah.
I would hire Bryce Dallas Howard to direct.
I need you to produce this.
And I would oversee the script that Steve Zalian writes.
Oh, that's a good call too.
There you go. See, one day I'll get my due.
Disney, what you doing? Call Rob. Let's make stuff happen.
The other thing about the whole scenario here too, with Bryce Dallas Howard and all that kind of stuff as well, is that she brings an element to this that I don't think we've seen, like a sensibility we haven't seen from feature film Star Wars makers before, right? On that level. And here's the other thing too. I want to add this one other thing as to reason why she should do this. By bringing her back, Jon Favreau has pretty much given his stamp of approval on this too.
Yeah.
Like she has shown Jon Favreau, oh my God, you really know what you're doing here. And you're good at this. I'm going to bring you back for the next season. Or we're going to bring you back, not for the next season. We're going to bring you back for things. By the way, I don't know what the director list is for Mandalorian season 3.
No
I don't know
idea.
if they've made, but I'd be surprised if Bryce Dallas Howard's name isn't one of them. I don't think we're going to see Chow because she's busy on Obi-Wan, but I would like to see her in there as well. So there you go. Guys, that's our case. Now we make, Your Honor, we rest in our submission here that Bryce Dallas Howard should, in fact, be given a Star Wars movie to direct. She's shown she can do this. She's delivered with audience appreciation, with really good quality, and it's gotten everybody excited. Question is for you guys. What do you think about the notion of a Bryce Dallas Howard directing an actual Star Wars feature film project on her own? Do you like the idea? Do you still want to see more from her first? Maybe you haven't liked the episodes of stuff that she's delivered. That's possible. Whatever you guys are thinking, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.